Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading into the colony section yet again for the next installment of System Wars A. Again, this is the follow-up of 16A, which is the bad ending. But it wasn't quite the ending because two people, K-Weed and myself, beat this. So, alright, fine, you win. Here you go, a reasonable sequel to the other mission. If you wanted this mission, thank K-Weed and Catvax for bringing this mission to you. So there we go. Let's get our mission on the move. With not much left of the human army, much of the reclaimed land was almost immediately lost. The outpost on Mars was completely overrun, along with Vuna and Zorix. Locating last human stronghold. Found. Commander Ironstone has been located. Without an AI, he has no tactical data analysis. Oh my. So we definitely need to get our butt in gear. Oh, let's look at the map, of course. We have our lovely KV, which is fantastic. It has an info cache, not an objective, but we're gonna snag it. And then we have a 150 emitter in every side. So every side is getting a 150 emitter, gonna be a problem. We have a spore launcher in every corner doing 4 spores in 4 minutes. Gonna be a problem. And we have 2 blobos. I think the blobos will probably be the least of our concerns compared to everything else. So, yay for that. And then also air sacs. Now, oddly enough, the air sacs come in 10 minutes. We only have to hold for 10 minutes, so air sacs actually won't be a problem. That being said, we do have Creeper++ in 5 minutes, so we will have to be dealing with 300 creep coming from all sides. And while that doesn't sound like much in general, we do have a slight problem. And what is that slight problem? That slight problem is we don't have very many things. As you can see, look at this. We have 1 platform, 1 shield, 2 MRIFs, 1 beacon, and then 1 runway, 4 bombers. We only have 4 bombers, that is right, and 1 rocket. So realistically, we don't really have much. That being said, we have 25 cannons, 20 mortars, 5 sprayers, 5 snipers, and 5 missile launchers. So yeah, we're limited. I am glad that miners aren't limited. I'm actually surprised by that. I figured miners would be limited as well. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. Let's just plop in some miners, see what we can do here, make it look nice and pretty, and try and eke out as much power as we can. Maybe swap into like more up and downs over here. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this. No. Maybe I don't even like that. I don't know. This is awkward. We want to get power. I don't want to necessarily destroy the towers. So, I guess, yeah, you can just go there. That's pretty. And then, yeah, we'll lose a little dot there. It's fine. If we put you here, you mess up that. So gross. But that's fine. It's fine. We don't need that much power because we don't have that many units when you think about it. Now that I think about it, it's kind of silly because we don't really have that much to power. Anyway, we will be doing, let's go with 3 with an urn to start. We do have a lot of towers pre-built. We also have these lovely collector panels down, so we should be able to get some good energy to on the go right away. Let's do urn 1. Let's turn these on. Let's grab our rematerialization coordinates and see what we have. I guess I want to toss down a factory and our urn port right away as well. Right? We'll also want those, get our energy collection going as soon as possible, with fire range and fire rate going as soon as possible as well. We want those really charging up. I definitely could have destroyed these towers and things and made it a little bit more optimal, but again, we're only here for 10 minutes, so let's make the most of that 10 minutes. So how are we doing storage-wise? We're in a little bit of a deficit, and we're out. We're out of the deficit. So let's build up over here, grab that. That's gonna be first thing, right? Let's make sure we grab that. It's our information cache, info cache. So we definitely want to be doing that. And let's just start plopping down these bad boys, right? Let's toss down some of these again. It'll get us more power, which is more gooder. Oh, we already got our lovely triple miner threat on the go. Perfect. So with that, we have loads of energy, like loads of energy. So let's just really go ham on this, right? Let's get a sprayer on every one of these breeder grounds. Perfect. We'll do unit on, armed on. always on. On. There we go, there we go, there we go. And let's plan out our cannons, right? I think it's cannon time. We don't want to slack on the cannons. We don't want to get to the point where they're like, hey, we're knocking on your door and you're not ready, sucker. So, yeah, I definitely don't want that. So let's plan out another row of towers. I think this will be probably the last one. Yeah. I don't like that, but that's fine. Actually, you know, it's up top, so I'll just plop just a tower like right there. So let's plan out some cannons, right? Down here, I think the top and the bottom, I think, are the most in danger at the moment because if you notice, they're just a lot closer, right? The sides are much further away, so we are going to have to deal with this sooner than later. So let's start placing some things down. We are going to do a nice little ring around the creep. We'll do one over here. And let's place our bottom ones, right? Let's start this side. I guess this is good for the shield, sure. And we'll do, this is sort of our high ground that we're holding on to, right? So we'll do like that, and then we'll keep you as safety. We do have 13 left, which is actually pretty good, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this quantity to remain. Because that leaves, what, 5 for this side, 5 for this side. Again, these are the... Ooh, actually, that's not that great. I've definitely overcommitted. I've overcommitted. And that's okay. It's okay. We'll be fine. I mean, I'll put some mortars in and we'll move them around later, which is not a bad thing. We'll just do something like this. We'll do a little bit like... See, that's the thing. I want the high ground, but... Actually, no. I want the high ground. So, if I do you instead... we'll see what happens. Again, all of this does change drastically once we get our extra range and things. So that's just something. Like this one only covers this, but once the extra range is, it'll probably cover out to like here. You know, that's the whole point of our fire range. So let's start with this though. It is going to be quite a lot, and I'll toss one over here just so there's one over. And you know what? Yeah, that's fine. So let's get this show on the road. We are in a deficit again, which is fine, it's understandable. It's to be expected. But again, our power is not terrible. Plus, with this now kicking on, we're actually gaining more power. Our cannons are coming up. You can do it, cannons. Oh, okay, they're built. There's the storage. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Happy days. Ooh, a message. After the events of this mission, humanity has become weaker and more fragile, as all of the remaining humans are on ships, waiting for either a planet or their demise. This is the hubris of humanity ending. So this is officially the ending of the mission set, which is very understandable. Ooh, can I snag that? Yeah, I can snag that like with... Let's grab one over there, snag that. Let's turn all of these on. I think our generation is looking grand, so let's get our generation going. Finish up all the cannons. Come on, get your power. Get your AC. Power and AC is what we need right now. We have loads. I thought our power would be way lower. So we have a load of mortars as well, and this is the key. The mortars will be the thing that do support our troops. So yeah, we just want to spread out mortars all over the place, right? Let's get some on the top side. Unfortunately, again, we have no nullifiers. So no nullifiers means no nullification. No nullification is always going to be a problem. How are we doing in terms of time? We're at the 1 minute mark. So we know that it's 4 minutes in when spores will come and stuff. So we're not in any rush at the moment for anything really, right? We're just in a good state. We're holding. Maybe I can grab this if I'm a little careful. This might be able to defend it. So our energy, again, looking great. Mortar's coming online. Ooh, miner's coming online. Buzzing. And can we even snag in some air? Yeah, right there. Right air, if you will. So we'll toss down our air. We'll toss down our mortars. And again, we just want them spread out. They're not as... I don't want to say as pivotal, because they are very pivotal. But they're not as necessary to be... overlap doesn't matter as much because they have such a big range. And it's only going to get bigger, right? We have one more mortar. What area is lacking, right? I mean, honestly, that's too much there. But that's fine. This area has a bunch. This area has a bunch. I mean, this is just a good top-side mortar, I suppose. Actually, no. No. It is over here. This area is definitely the lacking side. So that works for me. Our AC is starting to pump, which is good, and we're going to need, of course, snips. Let's get our snips on. Might as well get them now before it's too late. So I'll toss 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and a third just somewhere in the center, just in case somehow a blob from over here gets to us. I'm fine with that. How are we doing? Usage still looking good. So pylons, of course, we're going to want pylons. You always want your pylons. Let's make sure all of our boys in yellow and red have the energy that they so desperately desire. We'll do something like that. How are we doing energy-wise? Using a lot. Our storage is actually going down, which is actually not a bad thing. Again, storage going down, not a bad thing. Deficit, though, is. So, don't like the deficit. We are losing our little outpost over there, which is understandable and fine and fine and fine. Okay, pylons going in, which is great. We're going to finish the pylon set, which should just go around and around. And then we have this. We'll also do a pylon set to factory. We'll do one that goes straight down. Do one that goes straight across. Straight across. Yeah, like this. And then we'll do one that goes straight across from the base to over here. I don't even think we need an Emrift, to be honest. But we will need the Miskulls, right? So the last unit that we can build are the Miskulls, so we will definitely be getting those. We are pushing everything back for now, but again, the creep will just be plus very, very soon. And it's not going to be pretty, right? It's not going to be pretty. So let us see. Energy-wise, we're still in a little bit of a deficit, which is okay, but now, as we can see, like if I was to move this, we can see the range is getting up there. The range is only 60. Ooh, nice. 69% efficient, so we do still have some more efficiencies to go. But at the same time, our energy is on point. As you can see, just it's going everywhere, right? We now have the pylon network. It's feeling pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Our sprayers are doing their thing. Unfortunately, I don't think our AC bombers will ever get off the ground. Literally. And let's put these in so they don't impact the trees, right? We can only do 4 of them, so we might as well be eco-friendly. Those are AC bombers. Let's get our regular bombers in. They could be a little bit more as a unit on this side. So now we have our bombers, our AC bombers. Maybe the AC bombers will fill in. Who knows? But what I'm going to do is just 1 bomber per side. So I'm going to do a bomber like so. I'm going to do 1 bomber like so. And it's not even going to be the whole side. It's going to be primarily like where the emitter is, kind of. We'll have another bomber like a so. And we'll have 1 more bomber at the top like so. And that should just help ease the pressure on all of the areas, right? Again, we're just in ease mode. Survive for 10 minutes. That's all we're trying to do here. I guess the last but not least is our lone rocket. We will, I guess, toss down a refinery or 2. Doesn't really matter. But might as well. Ooh. See, oh, the crimson. See, the crimson. Oh, this is bad. This crimson is actually... I didn't realize this crimson is actually going to be the worst. So, how do we reinforce this? Well, first of all, we're going to rebuild. We're going to go up here. We're going to rebuild these. We will have to sort of deal with this in time. Where is very secure, right? This seems secure everywhere. Seems pretty secure. This has double mortar, so we're going to bring a mortar over, right? Don't need double mortar. Don't even want double mortar. No. That would be silly. Let's bring it back. Let's see how far this pushes. We do have the AC there, so hopefully it doesn't push too far before these get built up. That is the goal. Mortar can help out. Land somewhere over here. Okay, good. We got another cannon up. We're going to have another mortar up. 2 more mortars. This cannon is getting slightly overwhelmed. And I think it's actually time to do the big goal, right? Let's earn these. Let's earn these 2 and say this mortar as well. Don't think we need the energy in the proper in the miners anymore. I think getting the earn in units where it's going to be most useful is going to be most effective, and it really I do think the most useful spot will be this this zone right over here, right? As you can see, we're already pushing it back, which is the key. And I'm going to move this up and this up. Hopefully it doesn't die. I want to be able to push this back so there's less and less and less crimson, of course. And, oh no, did I forget? I did forget the missiles. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get those on the go. We should have enough Redon in store for all of them. The planes are starting to take off, which is actually going to be a very big help. Because once the planes get going, they are going to truly, truly dominate the skies, as they say. Of course. No. Let's grab these. Let's put these back, just so we have that. And you know, we can even come down here, grab a little bit more, maybe grab a little bit this way. I'm not trying to necessarily push, because we don't necessarily have the units to really expand. But if we have the capability to grab some more juice and things like that, we might as well. There we go. So those bombers, again, they're just there to help stem the flow. And that's basically it, right? I mean, honestly, it might even be more beneficial to do this bomber kind of like this. Because, maybe like this. If we can just make it so there's no crimson, that might actually be more beneficial in the long run than anything else. So, again, we're holding. We're doing fine. AC is coming into these, which is nice. Here come the snipers. They're doing their thing. We're fine with that. Again, the snipers was the one thing I wasn't worried about. Thanks to our fire range and fire rate, we're doing fine there as well. Missiles. This is the dangerous part. We should hopefully have enough AC here to prevent anything, even if it lands in the center. But it looks like we were spread out enough with our missiles that we did fine. And look at that. We have no more crimson here. That's the big key. Now, not having any crimson is actually huge, right? Huge. So let's actually move a little bit forward, right? Let's move just a teensy tiny bit and see what we can do. Do we want a super on every side is the big question now, right? So, for instance, what we could do is start moving supers and let's fire every 2 minutes. Bruce. What we could do is, say, have a super on 3 or 4 of the emitters, right? If we have a super on every emitter, does that do what we need it to do? And that might be perfect, right? So if this unit, say, comes down here, we can get most of that. This unit now comes over here. We get a super and a bomber on every side. This one would come up. Now, unfortunately, this one comes over here. You're now the defense here. We'll drop you, unfortunately. Give it to up here. And we'll say, you are the super representative over here. Earn 1. And again, we no longer need energy collection, because again, we don't really have that much that needs energy. So let's try and have a super on every single one of these. Now, would a super mortar do better? That is the question. And it probably would if it's shooting directly on this. So, like, for instance, if you were a super mortar, you're probably going to do better here. But because this is not, the mortar wouldn't be able to reach that, probably a super cannon just to push it back. This side, probably a super mortar as well. So maybe I'll actually do this. I'll say earn 1 and none. So swap them around. And let's see what this mortar can do over here. Does this impact the top to a significant degree? It's now firing. Boom, boom. Going into the depths. And is that really chunking it at all? I think it is. Yeah, look at that. So that's actually pretty impactful there. So if we swap these two now. So earn 1. Earn none. Let's start pumping damage into this thing. Hopefully that will lessen that, and that should relieve that. Now, I am super... Oh, my, we've hit the Creeper++. Oh, there's your problem. There's your problem. Okay. So, that is the issue. We hit the Creeper++. So, yeah, actually, with that in mind, we do need it on the cannons. And I do think we need it on... Honestly, I hate needing it here, but I do think we might need it over there. You should be over there. You should be a little bit closer. You should be up over here. That'll help. And yeah, again, we're just in sort of holding. Now, Creeper Plus Plus is happening much faster now, so our next one is in less time. So I'm going to drop... do we just want to help the edges, right? It's like, we could have one just drop here. I don't want to necessarily AC the enemy, so to speak. So honestly, it seems like the southern side is much more worse off. So I'm going to do 2 there, and I'm going to do 2 just on this, just to, again, I really think that is probably the worst part. You want again. Get going, save your butts, move you back just ever so slightly. Yeah, we lost the mortar down here as well, which is very understandable. It was not in a good position, so I do not blame it for being destroyed. It did. That being said, over here, let's toss a U down. And even even the super cannon is getting eliminated. So we did, we're not in the best of states. We're not in the best of states. This also does allow us to move whichever bomber is right here back to something like this. With the AC coming in there, we can hopefully start to impact over here, which will be very, very nice. Because if we can just lessen this and allow that to push back, then I think we're good. We have the AC on the... Yes, see, just having that one just come across there, push this back so freaking much. Gorgeous. Now, we are in a deficit, so I am a little sad about that. But it is what it is. It's because the bombers, bombers cause deficits. It's what they do. Bombers are pros at that. And I think all of our sprayers, I'm actually going to say supply off. Just supply off at this point. Fortunately or unfortunately, you've done your job. I'd much rather have it be on the air. Ooh, actually, these 2 are going down. These 2, the two super units, not super units, but units we need. Let's have all 4 of these just be right there. Woo! Come on. One of you take off. Please. We still have AC coming in. You can do it. Oh, we're in a big old deficit now. I was not expecting that deficit to be that big. Okay. Oh, we have an urn that isn't being used. Oh, no, we lost an earned unit. What did we lose? What did we lose? Oh, we didn't lose it. I just not use it. Earn, use for upgrades. Get it in there, Earn. Lost our pylon. That's okay. The AC is finally coming. So actually, I'm going to have one just go across. One go across, and the other 2 just do what I said for it to do. We are losing a few units. I should just move them. It would be more efficient than losing them, of course. Here comes the AC, though. That should be what we need in order to survive. I hope. AC, do your thing. Ooh, there's too much creep for even this AC. Interesting. Holy moly, this is I was expecting that AC to sort of really take it out. So that's okay. That's okay. I mean, we're still doing plenty fine. Plenty fine in essence. So with that in mind, I think we may be down to our final bits and bobs. Like, I think we are in retreat mode, so to speak. So I didn't want to go to retreat mode so soon. But that's okay. It's okay to start retreating. We are going to need to do this eventually, right? All areas are starting to fall, which is fine. Not all. I mean, I guess this area is still kind of good. I should probably just move all the bombers to here. Just sort of get that as good as possible, even though just by doing that kind of ends everything. So, let's do full retreat on the left side. Left side, full retreat. We'll do this. We'll do G. We'll just move them like this, and we'll sort of spread them out after this. Again, we only have to survive for 2 more minutes, which, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's possible for us to die in 2 minutes. Our storage is fine. Again, well, I guess now that we lost some of those things. So we have 5 mortars to rebuild, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 1 cannon, which is fine. This will impact our storage, which is okay to me. We will unhold. We will toss in another miner at this point just to get things going. We are losing ground up top. We're losing ground on the sides. This is definitely a losing battle. I would love one rocket. So I do want to protect the rocket. Not at all costs, but just protect it. Just keep it going. 2 cannons. Perfect. We can rebuild those. No problemo. We'll start moving back. Let's just move everybody back. We'll have the defenses in a tight-knit area. I just would rather not lose them at this point. Because once we lose them, they're gone forever, of course. Well, not gone forever, but, I mean, we can rebuild, kind of. But yeah, I mean, not having to rebuild them, significantly better, right? So, moving on in. Our storage is looking grand again. Fantastic. How is this doing? We did get a rocket, so perfect. 1 minute to go. And we just have to make sure this spot does not fall. So I mean, we're just gonna do the big defense, just the big defense. Completely surround it with all of our units. We're gonna keep our base going. I probably should protect the miners and things, but that's okay. That's okay, because no matter what happens, we have a 30-second damper. I should probably have a bunch more for the base. Let's get you to be earn 1, and let's get whatever this is, an earn 1. Because we are about to lose our port. Mistakenly, I should say. I did not do this very, very well, and that's okay, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just having some fun at the end here. We have 30 seconds to go. As you can see, humanity is not doing so hot. Our base is under attack. We are taking damages. We've only lost 2 cannons, which is pretty nice. Oh, pretty nice if you ask me. We'll toss a couple over here. Don't even know why I'm putting these down, but I can, so I will. And again, our base is taking that health damage. And that's okay, because we have 13 seconds to go. Let's just drop our damper. Just the one. Wink. There's our damper. That should slow the creep to a crawl, and that is our 10-minute hold. I will say, with the Creeper Plus Plus getting to 4, those pumping out 450 and now 600, that definitely got more spicy than I was expecting. I was not expecting it to be like that, but there we go. Humanity's last stand. We survived. We did it, and that is all that was there for us. Oh my. Oh dear. The end of System Wars A branch. So, very, very cool. All done, all completed. Let us submit that. Fantastic. And yeah, I actually lost more than I built. Look at that. Very, very cool. Had a blast. Next time we'll be going back to the non-A branch, so not an ending. There are more maps to do, more missions to do, and let's save the world together. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely did. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.